Okay, here we are for today's video. We are going to be putting the presidents in order. And these are some magnetic presidents that we got. All right, let's open it up.
We're going to do 46 presidents.
46 presidents. Okay, and it shows you don't have to take them out yet, right? Until you figure out who they are. So let's look at the first one. Who's the first one?
It says Washington.
Okay, so find George Washington. There he is. Good job, Cambridge. Okay, so put that one in order.
No, that's Madison.
Okay, find George Washington.
Hmm.
Here, I got him.
Okay, can you show to that? Yeah, there you go, George Washington. So put him there.
And then it says Adams.
Okay, John Adams. Let's find him.
Okay, got him.
And then Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
Okay,
And then Madison.
James Madison. All right.
And now we have Monroe.
Monroe.
Monroe Doctrine? Monroe Doctrine?
It's just Monroe. Okay, there's Monroe. I believe it's James Monroe. Okay.
Oh.
So who do we have so far? Can you guys tell me? The
George
first
Wa-
five presidents.
George Washington.
Then we have Adams.
Okay. Who's
Tom-
third?
Thomas Jefferson.
And then James Madison.
And who's fifth?
Monroe.
James Monroe. Okay.
Okay, now our next five.
Quincy Adams.
And then we
Okay, our
have
sixth president is Quincy Adams.
and then we have Jackson.
He's on the $20 bill.
Okay. That's good. Good information.
And then we have
Can you
Van-
say what president they are? That's the eighth president. Who is that?
Jackson is the seventh president.
Okay.
The eighth president is Van Buren,
Van Buren.
1837 to 1841. Next we have W.H.W. Harrison, President 9, 1841.
Harrison. Okay. Let Cole find it first.
You have it in your hand.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Next we have
And what president is this one? Number what?
number 10, Tyler. He was the president of 1841 to 1845.
Okay, so he had 4 years. All right.
Next for our 11th president, starting a new row, is Polk.
Polk.
1845 to 1849.
Yeah.
Next,
Whoa. How come this one only had 1 year?
maybe that's because he only ruled president for 1 year.
Yeah. Do you think something happened to him? Maybe he died while he was in office.
Probably got assassinated.
Maybe. Wouldn't that kind of be interesting to find out?
There's a book
Yeah.
about presidents in there.
Yeah, maybe we can find out.
Let's go get it.
Okay, go grab it. All right. We just read that Harrison was only president for like a year. So can you go ahead and read why? We have also this presidential supplemental book.
It says right here, but I won the electoral college in landslide 223 to 60. However, my time as president was short-lived. After only a month in office, I developed pneumonia.
Yeah, he developed pneumonia.
On April 4th, 1841, I became the first president to die in office.
Oh my. Okay, well that explains it. So he died of a really, really bad cold called pneumonia. And that's why he only lasted 1 year as president. Okay, now mystery solved. All right, let's continue with the order of the presidents.
Next, we have Taylor.
And what president is he? The number what?
12th, he
Okay, so-
served 1849 to 1850.
Okay, that's Taylor. And what's his first name? Do you have it?
I'm gonna see.
Zachary Taylor.
Zachary. All right. Okay, and then who's the next one? Number what?
Next, we have number 13th, Fillmore,
Okay.
Millard Fillmore.
Millard Fillmore, number 13.
He served 1850 to 1853.
Nice. Okay, and who's the next number?
Next, we have Franklin Pierce, 1853 to 1857.
Okay.
That might be pronounced Purse because the author Lincoln Purse.
It is Pierce. Franklin Pierce. Okay, go ahead. Put it down. Next one. Number what?
James Buchanan.
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 Okay, so James Buchanan is number
Is number
15.
15, 1857, 1861.
Okay.
Fun fact, Buchanan was the only U.S. president who never married. Being
Whoa.
single, one could say that the White House was his bachelor pad.
So he was the only one who didn't marry. I did not know that. So James Buchanan, number 15. All right, what's the next number?
Next number, we have 16th, Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, read us a fact about him.
It says Lincoln stored letters, contracts, court notes, and other important documents, such as his checkbook and his trademark top hat, so that he had them quick at hand.
What? So he used his hat like a briefcase? Okay.
That's very interesting.
And you know, no one could reach it because he was the what?
President.
What kind of president? He was the
Tallest president.
tallest president. Yeah.
And if somebody reached for it, he could be like, no.
They couldn't grab it unless they got on a chair, I guess.
Yeah, but he would probably notice that.
He would.
He'd be like, hey, you gotta get out of here.
Okay. So what's the next number?
We next have number 17th, Andrew Johnson,
Andrew Johnson.
1865 to 1869.
Okay.
Fun fact, the House voted 11 articles of impeachment against Johnson. However, when the Senate tried him, he was acquitted by one vote.
Okay. So they tried to indict him for something he did, but they ended up not being successful, I guess. Okay, who's number 18?
Number 18th, Ulysses S. Grant,
Okay, Ulysses S. Grant.
1877 to 1881.
Okay.
Aren't some military armies named after his first name?
It does. His name is correlated with war. So can you go ahead and read a fun fact?
Like other soldier leaders before and after him, Grant went to being a U.S. war hero to a U.S. president.
Yeah. So you're right, Cole, about him being correlated with like the military. Okay. What's the next number?
Number.
What's
Number 18.
No, we just did 18, honey.
Number 19.
Okay, and who's number 19?
Rutherford B. Hayes.
Rutherford B. Hayes. Okay.
1877 to 1881.
Okay. And can you read a fun fact about him?
At her husband's request, Lucy Webb Hayes never served alcoholic beverages in the White House, which pleased the Women's Christian Temperance Union.
Wow. No alcohol in the White House when he was president. Okay. Okay, Cole, what's the next number?
Number 20.
Okay.
Number 20 is James Garfield.
Oh.
He only served 1 year,
What?
1881.
What? Let's see if the same thing happened to him that happened to, what was that guy's name? Harrison.
Okay, let's see. I moved to New Jersey coast. I seem to be doing better, but on September 19th, 1881, I died from intentional bleeding and an infection.
Whoa, so he died of an infection. Okay. The other guy died of pneumonia. This guy died of an infection. So he's now the second president to only serve like 1 year or less. All right. And died in office. Okay, what's the next one number, Cole?
Number 21.
Okay, who was that?
21 is,
Chester Arthur.
he served 1881 to 1885.
Okay, so read the fun fact about him.
Arthur was a fashion plate of his day, intended to keep company with high society folks from Washington, New York, and Newport, Rhode Island.
Okay, so he was like into fashion. Okay, what's the next number, Cole?
Number 22.
Number 22 is
President Grover Cleveland.
Okay, and can you tell us the dates he served or the years?
1885 to 1889.
Okay, and what's the fun fact about him?
It says Cleveland was the only president to leave the White House and then return for a second term 4 years later.
What? So he came back like again? So
Yeah.
he was the first one to do 8 years? Okay.
It says here in 1887, I became even more unpopular when I tried to reduce the high protective tariffs that were in place.
Tariffs.
Tariffs that were in place. As a result, Benjamin Harrison defeated me in the 1888 election. Well,
Oh, wait. So he was president for 4 years, and then somebody else became president, and then he came back to be president after that?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, let's see. We'll find out.
But you probably know who's going to come next because it says, as a result, Benjamin Harrison defeated me in the 1888 election.
Okay, so what's the next number, Cole?
Number 21, Benjamin Harrison.
No.
21, yeah, right. 23.
Okay.
I mean,
that, okay, what is the next president? What's the number, Cole?
Number 23.
Benjamin Harrison.
Okay, what's the fun fact about Benjamin Harrison?
At only 5 feet, 6 inches tall, Democrats mockingly refer to Benjamin Harrison as Little Ben.
Ooh. That doesn't sound nice, but okay. So, let's go to the next one. Who's it gonna be?
It's Grover Cleveland again.
Oh, so he took a little break and then came back. All right. Man, so he gets double picture.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, it's the same fun fact, but I'm going to tell you his vice president,
Okay.
Adlai E. Stevenson.
Okay, so Adlai E. Stevenson was his vice president. So he was the 21st and the 24th president. Interesting. Okay. What's the next number, Cole?
Number 25.
Okay.
William McKinley.
William McKinley. And what are the years that he was president?
He was president for 1897 to 1901.
Okay, what's his fun fact?
Tragically, while McKinney was in the receiving line at the Buffalo Pan American Exposition in September 1901, a mentally disturbed
Anarchist.
anarchist shot him twice and he died 8 days later.
Oh, so is he the first one to be assassinated so far? No, who else was assassinated?
John F. Kennedy.
Who was the first one to be assassinated in office? He's the tallest one.
Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, so this was the second guy, McKinley. All right, let's go to the next one. What number is that, Cole?
Number 26.
Number 26. Who's that?
Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh,
I believe-
Theodore Roosevelt.
I I believe that he got on the nickel, or am I wrong? I don't know.
I'm not sure about that. I don't think he is on the nickel, but
Thomas Jefferson is on the nickel.
okay. But let's go ahead and read what years he was president.
He was president for 1901 to 1909.
Okay.
I think
Whoa, 1901 to 1909. How many years is that?
8.
8 years. So does that mean he won twice?
Yeah, he served for 2 terms.
Okay, good. Okay, can you give us the fun fact, Cambridge?
It says after the assassination of President assassination of President McKinney, Roosevelt, just shy of his 43rd birthday, became the youngest president of the United States by that time.
Interesting. Okay.
His vice president was Charles Fairbanks.
Okay. All right. What's the next number, Cole?
Number 27.
Okay, number 27.
William H. Taft.
Taft. Okay, what were his years?
He served for 1909 to 1913.
And what is his fun fact?
Taft, a large man, once got stuck in the White House bathtub,
Whoa.
which was soon replaced by an oversized tub that could hold 4 men.
Whoa, so he's the biggest president then that we've had. Okay. All right, what's the next number?
Woodrow Wilson.
What's
no,
the next number?
number.
Oh, number 28.
Okay,
He is Woodrow Wilson.
all right.
His vice president was Thomas R. Marshall.
And the fun fact is,
In 1917, Wilson called America's entry into World War One.
Whoa.
That's hard to say fast, honestly.
So he got us into World War One. All right. What's the next number?
A crusade to make the world safe for democracy. The next number is
number 29.
Warren Harding.
Warren Harding. Good.
His vice president was Calvin Coolidge.
Calvin Coolidge. Ooh, Mom did a report on him when I was a kid.
Yeah, one of the fun facts about him is that he was the only president ever to die on July 4th, but there's 2 presidents who were born on July 4th.
Interesting. Okay. So what was the fun fact about William Harding?
Harding was a musician who on occasion
A musician?
a musician who on occasion played at both Republican and Democrat rallies.
Okay.
I played every instrument but the side trombone and the E-flat cornet, he once said.
So he played multi-instruments. Okay, who's the next number, Cole? What's the next number?
Calvin Coolidge.
Calvin Coolidge!
He has perfect number, to be honest.
And what is the number?
Number 30.
Okay.
You know, Warren Harding's vice president was Calvin Coolidge, and now Calvin Coolidge is a president.
That's right.
His term was 1923 to 1929.
Okay, and what's the fun fact?
A dinner guest once bet Coolidge, who was known as a man of few words, that she could get at least 3 words of conversation from him. Without looking at her, he quickly retorted, "You lose."
Retorted.
"You
Okay.
lose."
Okay. So he was a very quiet person then. I remember that from my report. Okay, what's the next number?
No.
31.
Okay.
31 is Herbert Hoover.
Mm.
His vice president was Charles Curtis. Fun fact: Hoover and his politics were often blamed for the stock market crash of 1929 and the Great Depression that soon followed.
Okay. Okay, what's the next number, Cole?
32.
Okay.
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Okay. not Franklin Theodore Roosevelt, but Franklin Delano D. Roosevelt. Okay? When did he serve?
He served 1933 to 1945.
Wait a second. How many years is that?
1933, 1934, 1935, 1936, 1937, 1938, 1939, 1940, 1941, 1942, 1943, 1944, 1945.
So about 12 years. Whoa, how many terms is that?
3 terms, but I thought it was against the rules to serve 3 terms.
I wonder how that came about then.
George Washington set those rules.
I wonder how it came about then.
You know, he had 3 vice.
Cole, what number is the next president?
Number 33,
Okay, and who is it?
Harry S. Truman.
Okay, what's his fun fact?
Known for his blurred nature, Truman was famous for the sign he had on his desk in the Oval Office, which read, "The buck stops here."
Mm. And then he also ushered us into World War II, correct? Or was that Roosevelt?
That was Roosevelt.
Okay. But then I guess he had to deal with it. All right, and what's the next number, Cole?
Dwight Eisenhower. I
Okay.
mean, the next number is 34.
Okay, so the 34th president is Dwight Eisenhower. Okay, read his fun fact.
"I Like Ike" was an appealing campaign slogan that Eisenhower easily won the presidential election of 1952. His vice president was Richard N. Nixon.
Okay.
What
What's the
is-
next number, Cole?
35.
Okay, who's the 35th president?
John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
His vice president was Lyndon B. Johnson. Fun fact: Kennedy was both the youngest man elected president and the youngest to die in office. So that means,
Oh,
let's
so
see, his vice president was Lyndon B. Johnson, and he died in office. So that must mean Lyndon B. Johnson should be the next president.
that's right. And John F. Kennedy was also assassinated.
He got assassinated while he was in a car, and he got assassinated for trying to stop the stereotypes of black people.
No. Okay, what presidential number are we on, Cole?
36.
Okay, so the 36th president is Lyndon B.
B.
Johnson because John F. Kennedy was assassinated, so he became the president.
His
I think he used to be a Texas governor, right? Before he was a president.
Can you read the fun fact?
His vice president was Herbert Humphrey. Fun fact: his unwavering and unpopular support of the Vietnam War was Johnson's downfall, forcing him not to seek a second term in office.
Okay. The next presidential number, Cole?
Number 37.
Okay, so who's the 37th president?
Richard Nixon.
Okay.
He had 2 vice presidents, Spiro Agnew
Sparrow Agnew
and Gerald Ford.
and Gerald Ford. Okay, what's his fun fact?
When Nixon realized that he faced certain impeachment, he became the first and only president to resign from office.
Whoa, so he left office and resigned because he was impeached? That means they said he did something wrong and they indicted him of that.
What does indicted mean?
I mean, they accused him of doing those bad things and then said he did do them.
Did he really do them?
Yeah. And because of that, he resigned. He was like, okay, I'm gone. All right. What's the next number?
What's the next number?
38.
Okay, so the 38th president is,
Gerald Ford.
okay,
You know, he has footballs around his stuff, so I think he might be interested in sports or something.
maybe, or he played sports in college. Let's see. Go ahead and read his fun fact.
Before becoming president, Ford was a star football player at the University of Michigan.
There you
He
go.
was a football player.
Okay, what's the next number, Cole?
Number 39.
Okay.
Number 39 is Jimmy Carter. He has peanuts, and you know, I think I've read about him with Miss Garcia before, and he like helped farmers grow peanuts instead of cotton or something.
No, you're thinking of George Washington Carver, right?
Yes, seriously, what did
Let's
I
just
say?
read the fun fact.
It says from humble beginnings as a peanut farmer in Georgia, Carter could not overcome the difficult times during his first term, which resulted in his failure to win re-election.
Okay, what's the next number?
The next number,
40.
Okay, so the 40th president is
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
You know,
Can you please read the fun fact?
his vice president was George Bush.
Whoa, we'll hear that name later, I think.
From radio announcer to film actor to union head to governor to president, Reagan did it all during his long and illustrious life.
Illustrious.
Illustrious life.
Okay, what's the next number?
What's the next number?
41.
So the 41st president is,
George H.W. Bush.
okay, and that's important because there's going to be another president with a similar name. Okay,
One of the popular
okay, go ahead, Cambridge, and read the fun fact.
It says, a kinder generation is what George H.W. Bush, or as he was known during his son's presidency, Bush 41, wanted his country to become.
Okay, so who do you think the next president's going to be?
I don't know. Well, if you look here, it says if you look here, it says, even though I did many great things in terms of foreign policy, the issues that I faced at home in the United States, such as high deflect spending, violence in inner cities, and problematic economies, led to my defeat by Bill Clinton in the 1992 election.
Okay, so the 42nd president is who?
A fun fact about George W. Bush is that the popular YouTuber, the odd one out, his childhood dog was named after him, Georgie.
Okay, William J. Clinton.
Is the 42nd president. All right, read the fun fact, please.
Fun fact: when he was a high school student, Clinton met President Kennedy in the White House Rose Garden. The experience inspired him to enter a life of public service.
Okay, and he played the saxophone. Okay, what's the next number, Cole?
Number 44.
George W. Bush. His vice president was Dick Cheney.
No, he was the 43rd president.
Oh,
Okay, so number 43. The 43rd president is who, Cambridge?
George W. Bush.
Okay, and that's different than George W.H. Bush, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Fun fact: George W. Bush is only the second U.S. president whose father was also a president. The first pair was John Adams and John Quincy Adams.
Okay, interesting. Father, son, presidents. All right, what's the next number, Cole?
Number 44.
Okay, so the 44th president is who?
Barack Obama.
All right. And can you read his fun fact?
Obama accomplished a feat few Americans ever thought they lived to see. An African American elected president of the United States.
Okay.
His vice president was Joe Biden.
Okay, and who, Cole, what is the next number?
45.
Okay, so the 45th president is who? Please turn the page.
You know there's no more presidents.
Oh, no more, but look over there.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. All right. And
He
then
served 2017 to 2021.
who?
Donald Trump.
Okay. And then what is the next one? Who is the current? Well, first of all, what's the number, Cole?
Number 46.
Okay, so our 46th president is
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
2021 to whoever knows.
It's 2020 to 2024. And then we'll see if he gets reelected or if someone else does.
Yeah.
And
Whoever
this concludes the presidents and their order and a little bit of facts about each of them. Thank you. Can you guys say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Share this video with your friends. Sharing is caring.
And subscribe. Thank you.
We